and welcome back to Frelin's #1 radio station. You're here with radio's #1 host, Sterling K. King. King by name and king by reputation. Today we have a reminder from the News Guard Postal Service. Our Quasit delivery personnel are not there to hurt you. In fact, they are a crucial pillar of our fine city's information infrastructure. And with that in mind, we ask that you please refrain from assaulting our mail carriers. Although any suspicious or mischievous behavior should be reported immediately. Last we saw our heroes, they seem to have gotten things relatively under control. However, that was short-lived, as the train guard has arrived to investigate the ruckus. If that wasn't enough, an abomination from the passing meat fields has torn its way into the train car. What will our heroes do now? Find out. Right now.
You all watch on in horror as the mass of flesh that is the Jibbering Mouther separates completely from the ground and begins pouring in through the window over the shoulders of your silenced witness. As it begins ripping into his flesh with these many mouths as they roll over, engulfing him. And yeah, he made his constitution save, so he didn't cry out and set off his glyph of warding as he's consumed and absorbed into the body of the Jibbering Mouther. It begins morphing and chewing, and from the region where the elf had disappeared, a chunk of flesh sort of separates, glowing with these orange pustules, and it's going to strike right here. So all of you, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Alright.
Aw, man.
That is an 8.
Wizards don't make dex saves.
Uh-oh.
That's a 5.
Oh, jeez.
That's an 8. My god.
You rolled a d6.
Oh, never mind.
Take 2.
Yeah, that's a really good roll for a d6.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a 6. Can I have the 8?
No, I think you're stuck with the 6. So the three of you see this mass of flesh hit the ground, and when those pustules sort of burst, blinding yellow light erupts from that spot, instantly blinding the three of you, leaving you with a few seconds of not being able to see a damn thing. Thor,
Okay, so am I blind right now?
you're blind.
Well, okay, alright, this is fun. So, in blindness, can I figure out where the door is? Am I still outside of this train cart in the next one, through the door, or am I back inside? I don't know where I am right now, I'm blind.
You're halfway between the two doors. Technically, if we're talking grids, you're inside the cabin right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking stagger my ass back through and go, oh god, it spits! Why does it spit? Ugh! And discharge my gun somewhere into the cabin I was just in.
Jesus Christ, man. Alright, let's see how bad it is. Get out the old D100.
You are a liability.
Oh
Let's call it 25% chance of friendly fire.
Oh god, it's gonna be me.
Aw, man, that's not very friendly.
92. You hear a cracking of glass and a spilling of something, and what sounds like the start of a fire.
I've made a grievous error. There's only one thing I can do now. I'm sure there's a guard near me somewhere. You can deal with that.
So, Squigums, you're not blind, but you do have to roll me a d8.
Yeah, I'm glad I get to do that. I rolled a 6. What do I do? Am I dead?
Okay, so, roll me another d8, please.
It's a 5.
Okay. So, Squigums,
Uh-huh.
you hear this voice deep within your fucking skull, sort of resonating, echoing around. Come and just like this mindless panic overtakes you as you propel yourself out the fucking window. Go ahead and roll me athletics or acrobatics.
Well, I hope you fail.
My acrobatics are better. 9.
Jesus, with a 9. You sort of like leap out of this thing and you fall, barely catching yourself, finding yourself like hanging and dangling off the side as you come back to your senses. And that's the end of your turn. You all sort of begin hearing a second voice within your head. This one more peaceful, sort of chanting, very gentle. Kind of rises up, vibrating within your bones, and you feel this like strength come back to you all of a sudden. And then Squiggums, you see this myconoid stand up from within the crowd kind of dressed in these priestly robes, and climb up onto the seat and extend a hand out. He grabs you by the back of your vest and is going to attempt to pull you out. That is a 7. As he nothing terrible happens. He just fails to pull you up. But that is the end of this mysterious priest's turn. How?
Well, I am blind. I'm going to grab the... Assuming that I can, without being able to see, grab the guy that we have bound up and use him as a hero shield.
Hero shield. Love the language. Yeah, that's no problem at all. He's gonna resist though. So that is a contested grapple.
And that's a 10.
Okay, let's see what our apparent assassin rolls on his acrobatics to resist.
Renette, are you kidding me?
So with a nat 20, you reach down to try and grab this guy, and then you just feel this flurry of movement as he like flips, moves around you, and just kind of like locks down on your arm himself. And you just hear like this malicious whisper of, "You're all gonna die here."
Oh, but you won't get to witness it.
Paige, give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
Same DC 10.
Does it have advantage because of the spell that fella dropped?
It is indeed.
Sweet. Hey.
Hey, that is a 19. As the sort of deep chanting like rises and deepens within your skull, like resonating and shaking your bones, it pushes out the dark whisperings and voices in your head. Your mind is once again your own. You are still blind though.
Hey, I have one spell that doesn't require line of sight. Well, technically 2, but I'm not gonna Thunderwave in the middle of a train. So I'm gonna hit the big monster with a Ray of Frost.
Go for it.
At disadvantage because I'm blind.
Ooh.
17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Roll damage.
Oh boy, here we go. 5 cold.
Alright, spectacular. You bring up your book close to your chest and throw another blast of icy cold air in the direction of thing, sort of like freezing a few tiny sections which break off and fall to the floor. So the Mouther, ignoring you all completely as you posed no threat to it whatsoever, it begins massacring its way through the passengers. Swarming over the next nearest guy, a dwarf who, when this whole thing kicked off, had actually been fast asleep.
Well, that's not the nightmare you want to wake up to.
They say dying in your sleep is one of the most peaceful ways to go.
I don't think they were talking about this.
I don't either, but we're gonna hope.
Yeah, debatable in this situation.
Thor, you slowly like blink, your eyes sort of resolving into vision. You see the two like terrified guards either side of you, paralyzed and unable to move. What do you want to do?
Okay. Can I see that Hap is grappled right now?
Yeah, you see that the gentleman has him in a quite competent armbar.
Cool. I'm gonna try to shoot the guy in the head.
Alrighty, roll that attack.
Bang. 12.
So yeah, a 12 does not hit as the bullet kind of like bursts into the wood just next to his head.
I really hate this guy.
Oh, fuck. Alright. I'm gonna look to the two guards. Alright, you two. I need you two to get in there, get him free of that man, and after that, You know what? You right there. I need you to show me how to disconnect this train car. We can't save them at this point, but we can save everybody else towards the front of the train.
He kind of looks at you in bewilderment and then says, "No! Are you fucking mad?"
Are you? Because honestly, I think you might be at this point. If you think it would be better to let that thing climb its way up the train, killing as it goes, with more coming in through the windows, I think you'd be mistaken. We need to disconnect this train car here and make sure everybody else is safe.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay. That's a 10.
He kind of looks at you in stunned silence and just slowly shakes his head. Says, "You're fucking mad. You're lucky if you don't spend your life in fucking jail after this."
Still got one bullet.
Oh my god.
Squiggums.
So I'm going to climb back into the train. What would I have to roll for that?
Acro or athletics?
Acro. That's a 10!
You know what? Just to prevent us from becoming our namesake this fucking early, I'ma call that enough to pull you up, but it's gonna take half your movement.
I'm not gonna use my movement anyway.
Okay. So the Myconoid kind of like leans back as you jump and propel yourself over to the other side of him.
So I'm gonna take my slingshot and shoot him. 21! Finally a good hit!
21 is a very good hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god. Finally nail shots again. This is an amazing feeling. 7.
As it impacts the creature sort of near center mass, a few chunks like being blown off the side. It's done like obvious damage.
I feel accomplished. That's my turn. I wish I could use my martial arts to make another attack instead of just unarmed strike.
You don't want to shove your fist in that beam.
And your turn.
Alright. I can't move when grappled, correct?
You can attack and everything though, you're just stuck to the spot.
Gotcha. I guess I'd like to start by trying to break that grapple.
Alrighty, I believe you can now do acro because you're on the defense.
Yes. Ah, nat 1.
Oh.
And that is a 19 from him. So you attempt to shift out of his grapple, like rolling your shoulder backwards in like a practiced manner, but he very skillfully like predicts your movement and counters it almost immediately, cinching his hold back in.
Wonderful.
Paige, it's your turn.
Alright, I can see now, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. I'm gonna hit the guy grappling Hap with 1 dart and the monster with 2.
Good man.
Okay, roll them.
Alright, so first dart is the one hitting the guy for a whole 2 damage. Then the other 2, the first one for 2 damage, second one for 5.
Alright, so you sort of like bring your hand onto the face of the grimoire and then pull it away with sort of 3 thin shards of light forming, and you sort of fling them up into the air. They all sort of streak off into their individual directions. One of them striking the elf that is grappling Hap. Another 2 immediately hit the Jibbering Mouther, separating more flesh off as the thing gradually grows smaller and smaller. And now it surges towards you with lethal intent in its eyes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It rises up to a towering form, like parts of it touching and sticking to the ceiling as it leans in for a bite.